NoodleDome.com.
What's up, fight fans? My name is Josh Osborne.
Matt McCarty.
And this is our UFC 90 predictions. All right, guys, we're back for UFC 90. We apologize for the delay, but we're both married and have kids. Enough said.
Enough said.
All right, we're going with 4 of the fights tonight just because these are the ones that we're most interested in. And the first fight of the night, we got Fabricio Werdum versus a guy that we don't know that much about, Junior Dos Santos. Matt, what are you thinking about this one?
I don't know a lot about Dos Santos. I couldn't find much about him. But what I do know is that Werdum is a giant. He's got great submission skills. I was watching some of his, what was it? I think it was just some World Jiu-Jitsu tournament footage on YouTube, and he's just so ridiculously technical. So, that being said, and me not knowing much about the other guy, I got to give it to Werdum, submission.
Okay, yeah, Werdum, excellent guy. He's definitely on the bubble of the title shot picture, and I really think he needs a solid win over this guy that people really don't know that much about. If he was a real contender, you know, there might be a chance of some fireworks going on. I don't think that's going to happen. I am taking Werdum for sure. He's got wins over Vera, Gabe Gonzaga twice, and 45% of his wins come via submission. So that's going to happen again. Werdum via submission. All right, next up we got a matchup that I cannot wait to see. You got Sherk versus Tyson Griffin. Okay, let's talk fighters. You got Griffin, very fast, aggressive style, very entertaining to watch, really good ground and pound. Then you got Sherk, who's also a wrestler, very strong, good cardio. Yeah. I'm really interested to see what these guys' game plans are going to be because, you know, they're both coming from a wrestling background. Are they both going to just keep going for takedowns the whole night? Who knows? Sherk is probably going to surprise us. He really surprised me with his fight against BJ Penn. You're expecting him to go for those takedowns all night. Didn't do it. I think he had one attempt, and he tried to stand with BJ the whole night and just basically got punished for 3 rounds. It didn't really work. Yeah. Tyson Griffin is a good striker. Yeah. Not BJ Penn caliber, but he's really dangerous. So it's anybody's guess on what these guys are going to try to do. Yep. This one has the potential of being fight of the night. I kind of hope it is. But it also has the potential of being the snooze fest of the night, too. Because if you think about it, Griffin's last 5 fights have been decisions. Yeah. And that's not what the fans want to see. They want to see somebody get knocked out. They want to see a submission. And Sherk, 4 of his 6 fights have been decision. So let's hope it doesn't go decision. Let's hope these guys just kind of throw balls to the wall, give it everything they got, and put on the show for the fans. Pick. It's a tough one to call. I hate these types of fights because it really could go either way. But you guys aren't interested in hearing that. You want to hear a pick. So I'm taking Sherk via technical knockout due to elbow strikes.
Nice, nice.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's not going to get that far. I think it'll definitely get to the ground. I think Tyson will probably welcome an attempted takedown. Honestly, I think Sherk's going to get it. But I don't think he's going to do a whole lot with it. He really likes to lay there and punch on you.
He's a lay-in prayer, isn't he?
But Tyson comes from Extreme Couture. There's a ton of good wrestlers over there. Wrestlers a lot bigger than Sean Sherk. I don't think he's going to have any problem dealing with a wrestler. This is a kind of out there on a limb call, but I'm going to give Tyson Griffin the decision.
All right, guys, next up we got Josh Koscheck versus Thiago Alves. Really good matchup here. Definitely looking forward to this one. As most of you guys know, Alves was actually supposed to fight Diego Sanchez. Sanchez gets injured. He's out. They got to bring in somebody, and I was really happy when the UFC went to Koscheck, who was actually supposed to fight at the next fight night, but they got him in early. Really good matchup. Let's talk Koscheck here. He's coming off that huge win over Chris Lytle. Absolutely just destroyed him on the ground with elbows, cut him open, blood everywhere. Insane fight. But I really feel that Koscheck is improving with each one of his fights. Yeah. So I'm excited to see where he's at with this one against title contender. Let's talk Alves. Alves coming out of American Top Team. Great striking, great Muay Thai. I think that's the key to victory for him on this one. Koscheck kind of fights with that wide base, and he's a little low to the ground. Yep. I think that's perfect target for knees. With Alves Muay Thai, so that's going to be his key. Koscheck is probably going to want to go for the takedowns. Yeah. He's a wrestler, so obviously that's in his nature, but I really think you want to get Alves on the ground. He is good on his back, but he's more dangerous standing, so Koscheck is going to be able to score points, I think, with the takedowns, submission attempts, maybe throw in some hammer fists and body shots, things like that. I think that's going to happen, and I think Koscheck is going to steal this one via decision. Matt?
Yeah, it's cut and dry. It's straightforward. Koscheck is better on the ground. Alves is better standing up.
Right.
It's not to say Koscheck could knock him out. He throws some really big overhand rights, but the odds of him outstriking Alves are just pretty slim. I mean, maybe if he has a really good game plan for him, he could do it, but I think that's a really bad idea. Originally, when I heard that that Koscheck was coming on 4 weeks' notice, I thought it was bad news. Me not knowing that he was already preparing for a fight later on
Changed it a little bit.
changes it completely. Originally, I was going to go for Alves with a knockout, but I'm going to give this one to Koscheck decision.
Nice. All right, guys, it's time for the main event.
Hey.
We got Silva, Cote, and we're going to go a little different route on this one, okay? Unless you've been in a bomb shelter the last 2 years, you know that Silva has completely and utterly destroyed the middleweight division. Very obvious, just plain and simple. You can't argue with that one. So me and Matt are taking Silva for the win, okay? That's what we really believe. We're not just hugging his nuts and expecting what 90% of the people are going with. There is a chance that Cote could win for sure, but we don't think that's going to happen.
No.
But we want to be open-minded about this, okay? So we got a couple questions we wanted to ask each other, and maybe be open-minded about this and see what the possibilities are for Cote. So let's go with number one. Has the Spider ever fought anyone with a chin like Cote? Answer, yes, Chris Lieben.
Yeah.
Lieben definitely took some shots for sure before he went down, but he still went down. I think Cote obviously has an advantage with the chin. He's going to be able to come in there and probably last longer than most guys have before him. I mean, Lieben took shots, went down in a minute. I'm hoping Cote can actually stand and bang a little bit longer than that, and who knows, maybe pull out an upset. But he has fought guys like that before. Didn't make a big difference, but Cote, it might. Okay, next question, Matt. If this one goes to the ground, Cote, who's known for his striking and heavy hands, is he a contender on the ground? Does he have that chance?
Probably not. Either way, I mean, Anderson Silva is so crafty off his back. If he gets on top of you, you're just done. Cote, not really known for his ground game. I mean, it's always possible that a man on top of you could knock you out. Odds of it going there or even happening, slim to none. But yeah, to answer your question, no, he's not a contender.
Probably not. I mean, the reason I asked that is because I think, in my opinion, the closest Anderson Silva has ever come to losing in the UFC was to Travis Lutter, who actually mounted him and was raining down punches. Still wasn't able to capitalize. Anderson Silva, I believe, submitted him or
tapped due to elbows.
Oh, that's right, elbows. That's right. He had him in like some sort of triangle thing and was throwing the elbows on the head. Okay, last question. What is Cote's best chance to completely shock the world and get a win on this one?
Flash knockout.
Flash knockout.
Flash knockout.
Isn't that just too easy to say? The puncher's chance.
Anderson Silva's more technical. He hits harder. He's got a better chin. He's got better reach.
It's just going to be a fluke, I guess, if he does.
It's not necessarily a fluke. I mean, he's a striker. He tries to knock people out, but it's going to have to be there's going to have to be a little bit of luck on Cote's side for that to happen. So.
Well, if you look at Anderson Silva's records and the fights that he has lost, it's been just some crazy, like a flying scissor heel hook or something just completely unexpected. I don't think Cote has that chance of throwing something unexpected unless it's just a right or a left. So who knows? I mean, we're not going to underestimate the guy we learned our lesson with, Rashad Evans and Chuck Liddell. So again, just so we're very clear, we are taking Silva, but this year in the UFC has definitely shown us that anything can happen. Is this Cote's time? I don't know. We're saying no. All right, guys, that wraps it up for UFC 90. Again, we apologize for the late arrival of this video. Check out our UFC 91 predictions video, which will be coming out in just a few weeks. Definitely looking forward to that. Going to be a major fight. Can't wait. Before we go, we want to give a quick shout out to our buddy UFC Kid. He's on YouTube, does predictions as well. Really knows his stuff, so definitely check him out at this website address below. And as always, guys, make sure that you comment us with your own predictions. Don't be a douche. Don't hate. Put out your opinion just like we do with ours. Let's all live in peace and harmony. And when the fights are over, we'll know who was right and who was wrong. But guys, that is it for us. We will catch you on the flip side.